Hello, everyone. So, it's been a while, again, as normal, as is I am wont to do. Um, but now we finally have it. I am almost speechless. The Immortal Empires.
In the name of Magnus.
We have an entire Malice world map. If you don't know what Malice is, that is the Warhammer world, is what it is called. Um, wow. Took a long time, boys. Took a long time, but we're here. So, what we're going to do today is we are going to show off the Demons of Chaos. For a friend of mine, I had two friends request that I do much different campaigns. But we will do the Demons of Chaos first. You can name your legendary lord. So I will simply name him Jim the Demon. So, the Demon Prince enters the Forest of Decay in the Northern Chaos Wastes, where he will compete with Archaon himself for the ultimate leadership of Chaos. By the way, I did not state anything about what's new or interesting. Here we have the new faction selection screen. I think it looks amazing. And then, you click in there and then you can see the starting army. All the legendary lords will be here. Demons of Chaos obviously only have one, but if there was more than one, they would all show up. They give you a little blurb about the starting position for the character. It will tell you all the faction effects of the character as well as lord effects. It'll show you the lord's starting army, which is really nice. As you can see, he has a little bit of everything since he is the Demons of Chaos. Faction effects: access to all demon units via demonic glory. We'll go over that in the campaign. Reign of Chaos: inflicting damage with friendly lords in battle will unlock random army abilities. So that's fun. Customizable lord via demonic gifts. That's poorly worded. So basically, you get different body parts that you could put on your demon prince. Jim. So we will equip Jim as well as we can. He can access gifts from all 4 Chaos Gods as well as Chaos Undivided. So he has 5 lines he can go down. We'll go over that later. I just want you to see how beautiful this is. The entire world map. It has been 7 long years, but we're here. So we're going to start up top here, and the lore, just really quick here. These beings are those who follow chaos with a deep and fervent faith, pledging themselves body and soul to the service of the dark powers. They know that there is a great prize for those who show unflinching devotion. Should a champion survive the endless battles and the ravaging mutations granted by their masters, whilst still finding favor in the eyes of his fickle gods, he may attain the ultimate reward. The patron of the champion will elevate him to his side as a demon prince, a being of godlike power, forever bound to darkness. And then there's just a little lore blurb of the Demons of Chaos. I'm not going to go over that. You can read that on your own. Let's start the campaign. Oh wait, one more thing. The campaign settings. So we're going to do normal battle difficulty, very hard campaign difficulty. There are things now in Immortal Empires called sea lanes, so you can traverse large portions of the map by sea via a sea lane, which is amazing. Endgame scenarios. There are 5 currently. So the endgame scenarios basically trigger. You can see here between turn 100 and 150. This should trigger. It'll either be the Black Pyramid, which is a Tomb King scenario, a Grudge Too Far, which is dwarfs, the Biggest Wah, which is greenskins, the Wild Hunt, which is wood elves, and Vampiric Ascension, which is vampires. So basically, one of these 5 triggers, and then all of a sudden, that faction goes hog wild and just starts attacking everyone all the time. And that's about it. I am going to leave the endgame scenarios on. We probably won't get even near that close, but I just wanted to go over that. So let's start the campaign. About the realm of chaos, the borderlands of the mortal world will form a ring of shadow that surrounds the ultimate darkness within. Contrary to the arcane creatures and powerful beings that lurk across this nightmarish landscape, the northern extremes are undoubtedly part of the material world, but inevitably tainted by their close proximity to the realm of chaos. Should one travel into the wastes, they would find themselves laboring beneath a storm-shaken sky, continuing at their mortal peril. Words alone are incapable of describing that which lies beyond Oblivion's veil. Very cool. So there's Jim. He's got all his friends. You got a little Tzeentch demon. You got a bunch of Nurgle. Got a bunch of Khorne. A little bit of Slaanesh there. That I'm aware of, no mortals in this army. I have not played this campaign in quite some time, but I believe it's just demons, which would make sense, right? And we are going to see if we can best Archaon. I have heard that this is a rather difficult campaign, but we shall see. We shall see. Maybe if we take out Archaon really quick, then we don't have to worry about him. But I don't know how close we are, and I don't know.
All this world will blacken and die.
Okay. So he said it. There's a little feedback from the Rich Aldrich, the director now of the game, basically. Alright, so let's look at our objectives. Victory conditions. So, short victory. Ascend in service to any Chaos God or as an undivided champion of all. Occupy, loot, raise, or sack 35 different settlements. So, I feel like the Ascension is probably going to take longer. Then you have your long campaign victory, which you see is kind of more like the campaign victories from Mortal Empire, so the Total War Warhammer 2 big map. And then you can see every time you achieve these victories, you get more. You get bonuses. And then the domination victory is ridiculous, 272 settlements. So that we are not going to do. But we're going to try and do this. Alright, so first order of business, let's look at our friends and our enemies. Let's see here. Okay. Alright, so looks like the first thing we're going to have to do is take the Forest of Decay. Oh, I forgot to change the movement speed. Pyrrhic Victory. To be honest with you, I'm just going to auto-resolve this just because of the hodgepodge of units mixed with the fact that Nurgle units are pretty tanky, and if I'm not losing any units, I'm just going to bop them on the head.
Victory in battle affords an opportunity to honor the gods of chaos. Yet which of the ruinous powers to exalt is your decision.
Alright, so what we can do is we can occupy and give. So we're going to gain 28 undivided glory no matter what. Okay? But then we can gain 28 of Khorne, Nurgle, Slaanesh, or Tzeentch, or we can raise or sack the settlement. Let's give to... not Nurgle. Do we want Tzeentch or do we want Khorne? Let's go Khorne. Blood for the Blood God. Preacher of Decay. All mankind, be they richest noble or the poorest peasant, are susceptible to Grandfather's maladious caresses, and he loves each and every one with equal measure. Won a battle against a Nurgle army. Nice. Alright, this is the Legendary Lore mod. I highly suggest it if you like the lore at all, or if you like to read. It is tremendous. Alright, so now that we dedicated to Khorne, we can right away recruit Marauders of Khorne with dual weapons. So we're going to do that. Unassigned skill points. Alright, so here is where I was talking about. So this is the glory points, okay? So the glory points, you pop into here, and then you can work down these lines. So you see here, you get additional glory gained for that Chaos God based on how many points you put in this first. And then each one has different things. So if you go undivided, you get undivided corruption, growth for all provinces, control for all provinces, or local province, and diplomatic relations. But it will eventually lead you to campaign movement range plus 5%. Khorne, you see, does more warlike things, raiding, sacking. Nurgle does less attrition damage taken, more casualty replenishment, upgrades Nurgle troops, and the Reign of Chaos, additional chance for Nurgle rewards. Cool. Slaanesh, recruitment costs. And then Tzeentch, Winds of Magic stuff. It's alright. But then you start working over this way, to the right here. And you see each one of these reduces the upkeep for that specific god's units. But then we have, up top with Undivided, we have Lightning Strike. And then you can reduce upkeep for each of the Chaos God aligned units. But then if you look at Khorne, you get unit experience increase per turn. And then he upgrades units. Unholy Resilience, your Lord replenishes faster, so 30% replenishment rate for the Lord. For Nurgle, not a big deal in my opinion. Slaanesh, actually, you can increase your ambush success chance, which is nice. And then Tzeentch, you can get better diplomatic relations with all factions. And then as we keep going down, so it's just, and then so these four, if I remember correctly, you can only unlock one of these lines, because at this point you have to dedicate yourself to one of the 4 Chaos Gods. So I think you can only get this last line if and only if you dedicate yourself to a Chaos God. Alright, so we are going to go Chaos Undivided, Glorious Warfare.
I grow ever more unstoppable.
Okay. Cultist Camp, Nurgle Glory Generator. Nah. Oh, you can also gain glory per turn, so there is that. Yeah, so we're gonna take... I kind of want to increase casualty replenishment, but we're gonna go the Totem of the Hound to increase growth. Where's the Tower of Flies and the Bilious Cliff? Alright. Okay. So, who's over here to our right? This is All-Seeing Eye, and this is... So we're surrounded by Tzeentch. So it's Tzeentch on both sides. Ooh, there's an army. Okay. So that's their other army coming back. probably not too happy that we just took their largest settlement. Again, legendary lore mod. Highly suggest it. It does sometimes freeze the computer though if you do scroll over the little pop-ups. Let's see what Blistragrawl has. Alright, so
Hellish power.
here's an issue, which this is probably why we're gonna want Nurgle Glory eventually, is because the casualty replenishment rate is just absolute garbage. It's trash.
Prince. It will aid my conquest.
And we're just gonna keep getting Marauders,
Bow
because the Corn Marauders are actually very good. They're nice and tanky. Yeah, we'll see what this guy does. Where are you? Where'd you go? You sneaky, stinky boy. Alright, so we have to see what the garrison... What do your garrisons have? Trash. Alright. Encounter Headgrave, that's Melon's Darkblade. Is this still the Force of Decay? It is not. Where's the Force of Decay cut off? Oh my gosh, like it cuts off right away. Alright, whatever. Oh, I gotta do something about this this movement speed here, boys. It is driving me crazy. Yes, if you are wondering, we do have a UI mod on, and the UI changes the colors of the UI as well as giving it a little extra flair, in my opinion, which I really enjoy. As you can see, we have 38 Undivided Glory, 38 Corn Glory, and 10 of the other 3 Chaos Brothers. Alright.
First Kislev, then the world.
Okay, well, first off, we're not taking... Oh, look at this guy. Alright, nah, we're not going to be friends with him because I am guessing... Oh, look at you, you sneaky git! I'm guessing that Haggrafe is going to kill them rather quickly. As you can see, they've already taken Black Rock. So my guess is Haggrafe is going to get strong pretty fast. The Dark Elves are pretty GD good in campaign, so, and I don't see that changing. If you've never played Dark Elves, they are very, very satisfying race to play in campaign.
That is a hero serving a foreign power, my lord. Consider recruiting such an operative into your service. One being with the right skills can solve problems that no amount of coin or labor would otherwise be able to crack.
I just love that man's voice. I didn't even need to hear that, I just like it. Alright. Bilious Cliffs. This one we are going to fight because we cannot afford to take extra casualties. And now we have some Corn Marauders. The Corn Marauders should be able to slice and dice these guys pretty quickly. And so I'm just going to put the Marauders on one side, pretty much everybody. And maybe we'll take Jim. We'll put Jim on that side. And then we'll take everybody else and put them on the other side. Split their forces and see what they do. Yeah, I mean, we shall see. We also have a mod for more of this stuff. I forget what it's called. More endgame quotes, something like that. I forget exactly what it's called. I hope you're all doing well, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed, the quality in the unit cards has really increased, at least in my opinion. Look, people can complain about anything. I really think I like the new unit cards. It looks like they're kind of making them a little bit more high definition so you can actually kind of see what's going on. Warhammer 2, they did kind of get a little bit indistinguishable from like the background and stuff, so that is a nice change. And now we get to see Jim fight, guys. We get to see Jim fight finally. It's been like 5 turns. Alright, so.
Marauders have gone!
Okay. Let's do this. Where are... Okay. Tactical map for deployment. Okay, so. You know what we're going to do? I
Blood for the blood god!
lied like a rug.
Marauders!
So we're going to put 2 sets of Corn Marauders here. 2 sets here. Put Jim over here. Gonna put you 4 over here. Gonna make... Okay, put the range right there. Fast boys. Alright, so I will say one thing that drives me crazy about this faction when you first start is just the absolute hodgepodge of units. I understand it's supposed to be Demons Chaos, but there's something about having too much of a mix that grinds my gears, you know? Really just grinds my gears. Alright, and look at this. So we spread out our forces enough to where our Marauders over there are just going to be able to take that point. Victory point. Let's see, what do we have here? We have, okay, charge bonus. Yeah, we want that on now. And then I just love the pre-battle speeches are back. I think it's amazing. Alright, go get him. Go get him. Yes. Dead Nurglings everywhere. As it is meant to be. And in fact, we're just going to have the Marauders take this point. Okay. I don't know what's even going on over here. What are these? These Nurglings? Okay.
Supple servants of Slaanesh.
Okay. You know what? I'm just going to have these guys just go cap points. There you go. There we go. There we go. It's all coming together now, boys. Alright. Let's see. I'm not even worried about Daniel. Alright. Alright, hold on. Oh my gosh. Sorry, my wife asked me a question. Alright, come on, Jim! Don't you disappoint me. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Right, where are my Nurglings? You know what? They don't want to fight these guys. They feel bad for their fellow Nurglings. I get it. Get it. It's like countrymen going after one another. Come on. What are you two doing? Can we like cap the point, please? All right. And I find it amusing that my 2 most effective units, beautiful, were basically ignored by the AI. This isn't good. But we have Jim coming to save the day, Mr. Jim Man. Alright. Just getting pelted in the back. See, they're beefy, but they're also kind of dumb, and they're also kind of weak. So, I will say, until Nurgle gets a DLC, I probably will never play them again. Which is a shame, because they are my favorite. Oh, look at this trap. It's gonna be gross. He is my favorite Chaos God, but you know, what can you do? There we go. All right, beautiful. 70 losses, not too bad. Our Demonettes suffered a lot. That's to be expected. If you can't help your Demonettes out with by giving them some cavalry backup. They do struggle. The Slaanesh campaign, super fun. If you like fast-moving melee battles, my suggestion: Exalted Demonettes. Get 2, 3, 4 heroes in there. A couple of Luruses, a couple of cultists, and then just the rest, Heartseekers of Slaanesh, and maybe a couple, Keepers of Secrets, and you're good to go, man. That is Slaanesh Army Comp 101. But I guess with the Champions of Chaos DLC, you do have your mortals, but I like the Demonettes. They can dish out some damage. They can dish out some damage. Glass cannon for sure, but they are fun. Alright. So, the question is, do we continue to give to Khorne or do we give to someone else? So, we're going to give to Nurgle because I want replenishment. Khorne's Zealot. You can never have too much slaughter for Karneth's Rage, and Bloodlust never ends. Alright, cool. So that's good. Oh, here we go. So we have started to get gifts. Demonic gifts. So first thing, let's do... How many do you need? 4 skill points. Alright, so let's do... Yeah, I want the Respect of the North. Many servants of chaos are connected by a ruinous web that joins their forces in common cause. Yes. I love good diplomatic relations, especially because diplomacy is, in my opinion, much better in Total Warhammer 3 than it ever was in Total Warhammer 2. Alright, so we can compare the Marauders of Nurgle with the Marauders of Khorne. As you can see, Marauders of Khorne have 20 more armor, 5 more speed, 5 more melee attack, 16 less melee defense, but 12 more weapon strength, and 12 charge bonus. So, and the Marauders of Nurgle also have poison. And by the way, earlier point I made, apparently you can get mortals with the Demons of Chaos. If you have the Champions of Chaos DLC, which highly recommend. Very fun mini campaigns in the Realm of Chaos, as well as just super fun legendary lords. We are going to continue with the Marauders of Khorne. And then so check this out. So this is Jim, right? This is Jim. So Jim, you can turn, you can look at him. By the way, there's a mod which we do have on, but it doesn't matter because you can do this with Jim anyway. But you spin around and you look. So you see all of his stuff, all of his items are parts of his body. So right now he's wearing the Mark of Chaos. Ward save plus 10, melee defense plus 5, flaming body. He can use this when his hit points are less than 10%. He gets fire resistance plus 10, melee defense plus 20, plus 10, and armor plus 25. So that's what the flaming body looks like. However, we are going to keep the Mark of Chaos because that ward save plus 10 is amazing. Alright, and then let's see if... Alright, no, we can't build anything. Alright. So, we're going to go over here and take... What is this? I forget what it's called. We're going to look up the settlement once our end turn is done. But once we have this province, we're going to have a choice to make. We can push east and try and fight Archaon, or we can push west. I don't want to go south. I don't want to go south yet. I want to push west because we're with that with our demonic glory we have, right? Oh, by the way, here. You can also look, listen, my bad for not telling you before, but you can also see what gifts you get based on the demonic glory you have. So, for example, if we wanted the belled horns, we would have to have 880 Nurgle glory. Okay? If you want the armaments of chaos, you would need 440 undivided glory. And just to round it out, if you wanted the staff of bones, you would need 1100 Zinch glory. So that's how that works. Okay? Alright. Let's see here. The Tower of Flies, that's it. Okay. Do you have a lot? No. Your garrison's pretty chintzy. But if we don't, yeah, so we're gonna fill out. We're just gonna go more Corn Warriors. We are gonna be in the red, but that's fine. Corn Marauders, I should say. And then yes, dedicated village. All right. But yeah, we should be able to take the Tower of Flies, and then we'll call it an episode. But this is so far so good. I kind of hope Malice Darkblade keeps to himself, to be honest. He seems pretty strong. Seems like a pretty strong fella. Alright. Hopefully he doesn't have another lord in there. Hopefully this is his only lord. Fruits of the Garden, Nurgle Glory, plus 60. The Fly Lord asks only that his servants perpetuate the cycle of life, death, and rebirth, employing disease most foul to grease this eternal wheel. Delighted by your apparent devotion to decay, Grandfather Nurgle blesses each and every one of your warriors with a full body coating of pulsing cysts and iron-hard calluses. Oh, another gift. Nice. So right now we have the Demon Wings, plus 7% speed. Wings of Pestilence, Pestilent Decay, so causes damage to all combatants in range, 35 meters, amazing. Charge bonus plus 20, hit points plus 5%, yes please, and let's see how that looks. Oh, Jim, you're looking grosser already, I love it. Beautiful. Alright, nice wings. Okay.
Once I was but a mortal of this world.
Oh, you big bag of dicks. Alright, I tell you what. Just to make sure we get there next turn, because bridges sometimes eat up a little extra movement, we will march directly into his territory. And we don't really need to worry about him, because he's only got 8 units. So, I will say, I have only played a couple Immortal Empire campaigns at this point. And I feel safe in saying that the starting armies that you get are much nicer, thank God. Some of the starting armies in Mortal Empire, so in Warhammer 2, in the big map were just ridiculously weak. Like some you could barely get started. It was ridiculous. So that is a nice change. I kind of hope they keep improving that.
The horizon darkened, my lord. A black arc approaches. The Dark Elves use their mighty floating fortresses of war to support their forces abroad. Such mighty weapons must be engaged with great caution, for they bring doom on those unprepared.
So, if and when we ever do a Dark Elf campaign, I'll go into that. The Black Arcs more, but, I mean, he's not wrong. They can definitely cause trouble. Alright, Tower of Flies. You know what, we're just gonna auto-resolve it. Okay. Let's keep giving it to Nurgle. Okay, nice. Okay. Okay. So,
Much power.
growth was 20. Yeah, we're just gonna keep. Actually, we kind of need some income, don't we? We kind of need some cash. All right, fine. Okay, we'll do that.
This world will burn.
I kind of want to just start getting rid of some of these units, guys. To be honest, because some of them are quite useless. What's your upkeep go? 88. What's your upkeep? 200. What's your upkeep? 200 as well. Are you that much better than the Marauders? Wow. Yeah, I guess so. Wow. All right. Well, whatever. I guess we'll keep him for now.
Demon Prince.
Respect to the north. There we go. Okay, so we have very good diplomacy going on now. All right, so here are the commandments. They're also different than any other race in the game. So dependent on which chaos god you devote yourself to, you're going to get different things. So Tzeentch is basically income, Slaanesh is control, Nurgle is growth, Khorne is recruitment costs, and then you just have Chaos Undivided, which is just spreads undivided corruption. We are going to go with Slaanesh because we need some control. We need to calm it down a little bit here. As far as our army goes, we're good. And so this is where we're going to call it for this episode. I just wanted to little intro video. Sometimes I, do a little intro video and then the first video, but this one, I just figure we just go for it. One last thing, let's just check our diplomacy. See if anybody wants to be friends. Okay, the Broken Wheel, no, because Haggrave hates you, and I don't want Haggrave to not like me. But let's see.
Speak.
So look at that. So it goes from 11 to 30 because of our technology. 12 to 36 with Throg. So getting that diplomacy bonus right away will really help us kind of keep everybody we want off our back, at least to start the campaign. Once we start to kind of build up our forces, I don't know how long that's going to take. I remember I played one Demon's Chaos campaign. It did take a long time to get off the ground, but the Champions of Chaos DLC, I didn't know you can get Marauders with this army, or with this race. So that actually, it changes a lot. It actually makes it a lot easier. So in terms of like the start of the campaign. But thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a good one, and I will see you soon. Bye.